Yeah, hello there. What a beautiful day in Hyde Park. What a wonderful, glorious, peaceful and beautiful day. I don't know, it's something that Mr. Rax and some of the guys over there have just kind of this morning been talking about, is the spirit that's in the park at the moment. And I remember I came here about 12 months ago and I had a wonderful conversation with two characters that are well known here, and it's Muhammad Tawid and Abdul Hamid. And one was to the right and one was to the left, and in the beginning I started to say, well look, you know, I want this to be in the right spirit, and you know, peace be with you, and all those other things. And I said, look, if there's anything that I say to you that you find really offensive, I want you to dive in. I want, you know, because I want this to be in the right spirit. And they offered the same kind of conciliatory tone. And we spoke for about an hour and a half, and it could have gone on all day. It was a wonderful, peaceful spirit. And I know that people have seen both of these characters in a different persona, but this is just something that concerns me, that the park can turn you into something that you don't intentionally want to be, and I can feel it's starting to work on me. And today I woke up and I remembered the words of Jesus when he said, in everything do to others as you would have them do to you, for this is the law and the prophets. And the key point there is, as you would have them do unto you, not as they do to you. So I'm hoping that God will just give me the right spirit in my conversations with people here today, and regardless of how I'm responded to say, well look, I don't want to peg the way I act in response to how other people act towards me. And I'm just thinking, if we all attempted to be a little bit more like that and say, well look, I want to act in a God-pleasing way to you, I want to be respectful and I want to be polite, but I also don't want to be wishy-washy, and it is possible. So hopefully at the end of today I'll have had some friendly, polite, respectful conversations with Muslims, going into the real deep parts we disagree with. But one thing I want to do, and I hope, and I encourage people, is to avoid mockery. Mockery seems to be one of those things that is like petrol poured onto a fire. So, and it's a bit like when you were playing with sticks as a boy, if someone hits you on the knuckles with a stick, they've broken the rules and then everybody's lashing out. So mockery that then can lead to hatred. And we've seen what's happened in the park in the last 3 months. That hatred then spills over into physical aggression and attacks. And I'm asking my Christian brothers and sisters, please God, that we can be the best representatives of who you want us to be to anyone you put in our path, and not to respond in anger or mockery or hatred and pour fuel onto the fire. Help us today, and the Muslims as well. It is possible for Muslims and Christians, if at the start of their conversation they say to each other, I respect you, I respect your religion. I'm not going to say intentionally anything hurtful to you, but also I want to get into the nitty-gritty and into the real deep parts. And it is possible to go into those parts as long as we both respect each other, we understand the spirit that we're bringing to this conversation. So please God that today won't be one of those typical days that have been in the park in the last 3 months. And all I can do is what I can do, and today I'm going to really try my best to be as friendly, polite and honest with the Muslims that I talk to. And I want to really spend the whole day talking about things that lots of people are killing each other over. But in this park, on this day, the day that the Lord has made, is a day where we can embrace each other in knowledge. And yeah, please God, everybody stay safe. But I would just encourage the Muslims, the atheists, the Christians to reflect a bit on their part that they play in this park, for good and for ill. So yeah, thank you Mr. Rax, big up, yeah, so subscribe, etc, etc. Thanks a lot, take care, bye.